What's up, everybody? It is Sunday, August 31st, 2014, and I am currently in the process of doing a factory reset on my phone, because my phone has been getting slower and slower and slower, and I hope, I'm pretty sure most of the important things that I have on my phone are actually stored in the cloud, so this hopefully shouldn't erase anything too important forever, but essentially I'm erasing everything on this phone forever. Hopefully that will fix the fragmentation issues that Android has intrinsically, and it will also fix the things that have been constantly screwing up on my phone. And I thought I was covering the microphone. I'm not. So I'll let you know how that goes. It's alive! And now I need to go through my phone setup process again. Fun. Hopefully I remember all my passwords. I won't. And it is many hours later. I'm giving this outside thing another shot. I figure it deserves a fair chance. My phone is fully restored, back to full health. I spent literally hours signing into all of my accounts and getting things back to the way they were, and they are, in fact, pretty much the way they were. Wait, think I'd go anywhere without tea? Of course not. And it's been a while since I've been this way, mainly because the bridge that connects me to this area has been out for the last while and has only been recently repaired. And so, here I find myself, going somewhere that you may or may not recognize. Did I mention the flood? You remember the flood. I talked about the flood. Well, one of the floods. Yeah, it was that flood. It was that flood that did this. This wonderful bit of erosion. Oh, looks like we're traversing under river level here. Also, I'm out here because there are people around the house, and it's weird video blogging around other people, at least other people that you know. Wow. I actually haven't been down here, and things are looking interesting, to say the least. And also, I haven't been outside in longer than I would like to admit, so I needed to get out here just in time for mosquito hour. Everyone loves mosquito hour. Let's check this out. Just, you know, picnic tables casually strewn about the place. That's cool. Neat. Yeah, so I guess the park cleanup hasn't made it out this far yet. Now, where? Oh, that's a hole. That was a hole. Where am I headed? Right here, actually. Huh. Place has grown in since I was last year. It has been a while. I'm not sure exactly where the thing is that I was going to find. Let's see. Yep, it's completely gone. Yeah, so where I am right now was where back in 2010, I'm gonna say 2010, this is where the book scene was shot for my video Time to Start Final Cut, which you've probably seen if you're watching this channel. The tree is completely gone. It was washed away by one flood or another. And all that remains is the slowly eroding shoreline. Or quickly, depending on how you look at it. Nonetheless, you can compare the view to what it looked like previously. That rock sandbar, rock dune, was not there when we shot the video. But anyway, tonight's toast, which may or may not be a regular thing, probably not, is to not sweating over the small stuff. Today, yesterday, every day, I obsess over the details of things. And that's not a good thing to do, I must admit. Look at the big picture, perhaps. So, to not sweating the details. Okay. This is the part where I'd like to point out that I'm actually not using the waterproof housing of this GoPro, regardless of the fact that it is a go anywhere, mount anywhere camera. So yeah, not recommended. Always use the appropriate housing, just in case you drop your camera. In fact, for water sports and water-related activities, I might recommend the Flotation Backpack. GoPro, not a sponsor. And of course, this area of the park is probably technically closed because pathway reconstruction has not commenced. But naturally, patrons of the park, loyal patrons of the park, I should say, could care less whether there are actually pathways here. They will use it nonetheless. So, yeah. It's kind of crazy to see. Of course, you don't have a before picture of what this looked like prior to the flooding, but to see how this area has changed with all of the erosion and fallen trees and sand dunes where there previously were no sand dunes. Well now, I'd call that a pretty definitive barrier, if I ever saw one. But nonetheless, loyal park patrons, find a way. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again, but it would probably be useful to have a sign like that on the other side of this area as well. There, for the record, is not. So I'm just going to go back through this area in order to get back where I came from. Now, to be perfectly honest, I do not recall how I got here. But that'll do it for an exit. Seriously, not only the ways in which the topography has been changed by the erosion, but by the foot and bicycle traffic that has come through here since, regardless of apparently this area being closed from one direction only. But we move on. So my question to you today is, how do you deal with your goals? Do you break large things down into incredibly small tasks, or do you forget the incredibly small tasks and focus on the very large things in order to get them actually done? I'm interested to know, so let me know in the comments below. In terms of video progress, we did not do very well today. It's definitely not going to be Monday, and possibly not this week. I really need to get a move on that. I also need to get a move on practicing my set list for the live event, which I can't tell you about because I want to tell everyone on my main channel with the main channel video. So, rock, hard place. This is going to be interesting, I must admit. And by the way, thank you very much for your participation in my ceaseless questioning so far. Your answers have been very interesting, and I always love to see your comments, so please continue to do so. Thank you. Oh yeah, and I said I got my phone back in working order. I didn't actually say if factory resetting the phone actually did anything. It did, kind of. It's definitely slightly faster. It's not freezing up as much as it was. And it fixed Twitter. Twitter was completely broken. I'm not sure if that was just a Twitter update or if what I did actually had anything to do with that. But Twitter's working now. It was broken for a few days. But yes, I would definitely recommend factory resetting your phone if it is slowing down and suffering from old phone syndrome, which never used to be a thing. You used to be able to keep your handset for 10 years and it would never break down. You might have to replace the battery, but the phone itself would be freaking bulletproof. These days, 2 years maximum smartphone life. It is sad. But at least I don't need to get a new phone. I don't get to get a new phone. Well, there's the good and the bad. Alright, I'm going to practice, and I'm going to test this guy. GoPro mounts. Just guess how much this cost. Or you could look it up. Just look up how much this cost. It's ridiculous. Poster still hasn't fallen off. That's good. How will I mount you? version of PDC-4, slow version of Time to Start. Yeah, it doesn't work out well 9 times out of 10. Some go this chord progression. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually played all the way through that. Because that usually happens. What else? So there are some things I can't play, and I don't remember which ones require the F. Do you remember what requires the F? Tell me what requires the F. And now with the exorbitantly priced camera extender / de-leveler. You know, I've never actually seen that movie. Come to think of it.
Don't play this song twice in a row. Good to know. What else is music?
I'm gonna go look up things that I used to know how to play. So I think that's going to be it for today, and remember the question of the day, which I guess is going to be a thing that I can't even speak. The question of the day, which I guess is going to be a thing now, which I think I articulated somewhat better than I will be able to in a moment when we were outside the great outdoors, was how do you tackle big objectives? Do you not sweat the small stuff and just go in and see where you end up? Or do you break it down into extremely small things? Both strategies have worked for me from time to time, and both strategies have failed catastrophically for me occasionally, often, all the time. So, let me know. Hope you had a good day. And you will see me tomorrow, or something like that. Goodbye.